Hello, 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 everyone. It is Dr. Brandy B coming to you on this happy Friday. I am so excited to be here with you all. Come on in the room. We're going to go back to some good basic stuff today, and I want to share some new and upcoming things with you all. So come on, Auntie Rosalind, I see you. Hello, love. How are y'all doing today? Come on in. Beautiful, beautiful weather today. Beautiful. It's a Friday. What is this? The 5th, I think it is. The 5th of March, y'all. We have almost made it an entire year on this quarantine pandemic situation. Oh my goodness, y'all. We've made it almost a whole year. We've got Miss Janet Young Barlow watching with us today. Thank you, Miss Janet, for joining. Come on in, Miss Barbara Young. Belated happy birthday. Thank you so much for watching. We've got Miss Nicole McCann. Hello, Dr. Nicole. Thank you for watching. We got Miss Dia. Good afternoon, Miss Dia, one of the best nurses in the land, y'all. Let's see who else we've got. I think I saw my Auntie Rosalind. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Auntie Julia is here. Hello, Auntie Julia. Thank you for coming in from Birmingham's East Side in the Central Time Zone. We're so glad that you all are here. I hope everyone is having a good afternoon. The weather is beautiful. The weather is beautiful. Does everybody have some good plans for the for the weekend, y'all? It's the weekend and the weather is finally breaking. So exciting. We've got Kawana Johnson. Thank you for watching, Miss Kawana. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to go back to some oldies, but some goodies. We're going to just talk about what is ADHD. Y'all know that ADHD is my thing, and we're going to go back there. I know I promised someone last week that we were going to talk about African Americans and how they are treated differently, how mental health is different for them. But I think today I want to talk about ADHD, and then I will talk about that, and I will throw in some other facts as well. Going to tell you all about some upcoming events and some releases that I have. And we're just going to have a good time. I'm going to give everybody another minute, and then we will go ahead and get started. I certainly appreciate you all coming in, joining me today. Go ahead and tag some people. Let them know we're hanging out and we're having a good time. And make sure that you are telling all your friends. Just go down your list and invite everybody to come and hang out with me today. Miss King says, don't leave me out. Hello, Dr. Brandy. I am here too. And I am so glad that you are here with me, Miss King. Last week, I left Miss King out of my story, y'all. But Miss King told me a long time ago that I was going to be international. I have not forgotten that, Miss King, and I am getting closer and closer to being so. So we thank you for being here with us and for always being so supportive, so supportive. Let's see. I got started late. I had some patients that ran over this morning, but I'm going to get you all taken care of, and we're going to get started right now. I'm Dr. Brandy B, your triple board certified child and adolescent psychiatrist. Through my Facebook live streams, my public speaking engagements, and my upcoming books, I help worried, overworked, and overwhelmed moms of children with ADHD get all the education they need so that their children can be successful in the classroom and in life. My sister Erica is watching. Hello there, hello there, hello there. Miss Janet Young Barlow says, Rosalind, where is your family from? And if you're talking about me, Miss Janet Young Barlow, I'm right here live in Birmingham, Alabama, the same as my aunt. Right here live from Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a Bama girl. I'm a grits, a girl raised in the South. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about ADHD. We're going to talk about 3 things you need to know about ADHD. Miss Elizabeth Gioneri wants to be in the video, but I think that Miss Elizabeth, maybe did you press the wrong button, or do you want to actually join me in the video? Just let me know. If you got something to say, we'll start bringing people to the stage. So ADHD, 3 things you need to know about ADHD. The first thing is that ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder, meaning that, hey there, Cousin Sean, thank you so much for watching. That means that neurologically, it's just something that kids have, right? It's in our neurologic system. It's in our DNA, right? So sometimes there is something that parents could have done during the pregnancy But it's multifactorial, its development, meaning that there's so many things that cause ADHD that we can't just say, well, it was because you did this or because you did that. Certainly there are some things about your birth history, like were you really, really, really small when you were born? Or did your mom drink a lot of alcohol when she was pregnant with you? That can lead to ADHD. So it's neurologic and it is also developmental. And so that means that as the child ages, we can notice some things about them as they develop that would tell us that something is unique about this child. This child is not developing like the other children typically do. And so it is neurobiologic, and sometimes we also say neurodevelopmental. So mom and dad, it's nothing that you did. The neurobiologic piece just means that sometimes moms and dads can have it. We know that if a mom or a dad has it, there's a very high chance that the child will have it too. So ADHD is neurobiologic, meaning that it's the neurologic system and it's also the biological systems. Neurologic means your nerves, your brain. So it stems from your brain. Biologic means your parents, your genes, your heredity. And then neurodevelopmental, meaning again, your brain. And we see things as you are developing out of childhood over into adulthood and later childhood. All right, so that's the first thing. So it's not made up. It is not made up. It is very much real. And if you've ever been around either an adult or a child who has ADHD, then you would understand that it is very real. It is very real. That's the first thing. The second thing is that the causes. So the first thing, neurodevelopmental, neurobiologic. The second thing, there are many causes. So what we call multifactorial. There could be environmental things like what happened to you when mom was pregnant. It could even be in younger kids, houses built before 1978. The paint had lead in it. Lead poisoning can cause symptoms of ADHD that appear very much like ADHD. You get a lot of GI stuff, and kids can have a lot of cognitive problems, and ADHD can be one of the things that can result from consuming lead. So if you know that you live in a home that was built before and or painted before 1978, then you want to make sure that your paint does not have lead if you have small children living there, because those small children will mouth the paint chips. If it's chipping, put it in their mouth and they can get toxic levels from that. All right, so it's neurodevelopmental, it's neurobiologic. That's number one. Number two, it has multifactorial causes, which could be things that happen during the pregnancy, like mom drinking, mom using certain illicit substances, what happens to the child, whether they consumed a lot of lead, got lead poisoning, and then sometimes even being hit in the head can cause ADHD as well. We see a lot of ADHD symptoms sometimes in people who even have gone off to war and had some head injury. So that can be something that we can see as well, And then the third type is that the third thing that you need to know about ADHD is that the nomenclature has changed. So we name it differently. So we will hear a lot of times parents making a differentiation between what is ADD versus ADHD. So people are really make an emphasis about the fact that their child may have just the ADD, which means attention deficit disorder. And so the no H, no hyperactivity. Well, in fact, the names now have changed, and so it is all just simply ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. And then there are three types of ADHD. You have your predominantly inattentive presentation. These are the kids that lose things, forget things, are easily distracted, are disorganized, they procrastinate, they rush, and they make careless mistakes when they are doing things. Those are inattentive symptoms. And if you have just those symptoms, then we would say that you are predominantly inattentive type. You could also have the second type, which would be hyperactive, Impulsivity type. These are the kids that are loud. They talk a lot. They blurt out. They don't respond. They don't wait for their name to be called. They're impatient. They fidget. They can't stay seated. They don't complete tasks because they move from one thing to the other. That's hyperactive impulsive type. If you have mainly those symptoms, then you are going to be classified as the hyperactive impulsive type. And then the third type of ADHD, so you got your predominantly inattentive presentation, your predominantly hyperactive impulsive presentation. Your third type of ADHD is going to be where you are combined presentation. People who have combined presentation are actually going to have symptoms of both hyperactive impulsivity as well as inattention. All right. So those are the three things that I want you to know about ADHD. It is a real thing. It is a neurologic and a neurobehavioral disorder, meaning that you're going to have behaviors that result from it. It could be partly from your biology, what your mom and dad brought to the table. And believe me, it is also common that it happens all the time that when I am interviewing a child, that the parent will say, I think I have it too. And I'm like, yep, you probably do. You absolutely probably do. The second thing is that it is multifactorial in origin, which means many things cause it. Environmental causes, genetic causes, even head trauma, okay? So we have to just be very careful. I do want you to know that it is treatable. It's very much treatable. So just hang in there, moms and dad. If your kid has it or if you have it, make sure you're getting it treated. And then the third thing I want you to know about ADHD is that there are three types of ADHD, and it's all called ADHD now. There is no more ADD. No more ADD. Somebody write in the chat for me. Everybody go ahead and just write. It's all ADHD. It's all ADHD, all right? So I don't want y'all that come over and hang out with me every week to say ADD, because it's all ADHD. And everybody's going to say, oh, that person is smart. It's all ADHD, and you can have one of three types. You can see, ADHD symptoms with a lot of other mental illnesses. You can see that it's very common with oppositional defiant disorder. That's the most common thing that you can see it with. So go out, check out my ODD presentation. Very informative. These are the kids briefly, though, who are argumentative, defiant, oppositional, easily annoyed. They annoy others. They blame others for their mistakes. They are vindictive. They tantrum when they don't get their way. That's ODD, oppositional defiant disorder. The number one thing that ADHD is seen with is ODD. We can also see ADHD in children who have autism spectrum disorders. It used to be that you could not have a diagnosis of autism and ADHD because the DSM didn't allow us to do that, but we were treating all these kids for ADHD anyway, because 9 times out of 10, they have it. It's not really that high of a percentage, but they. So that is something that we want to watch out for. Autism and ODD. And then they can also have depression, anxiety, good stuff. All right. But those are the three things I want you to do. I'm trying to keep it short for y'all because I came on late, and I know y'all probably got to get back to lunch, but I did want to let you know about that. Let's see I lost my comments. Let's see what people are saying over here. And Miss Erica, my sis, says, hello, Radiant sis. Absolutely beautiful. We love you. And girl, you know I love you too. I love all of y'all. Miss Elizabeth says she pressed the wrong button. Girl, I thought you were trying to come join me and be my co-host for the day. Miss Patricia Ann Taylor, thank you so much for watching. Let's see. Yamanul Hasnan. Oh, Lord. I hope I said that right. Don't beat me up. Just send me some instructions on how to pronounce your name. We've got Lynn Tingle. Thank you for joining. Let's see. Miss Dina says, hi, Dr. Brandy B. I miss you, girl. I miss you. You don't hang out with us anymore. Miss Courtney Cox. Hello. Miss Nadia. Hello. All right. Quentin Armstrong. Hello. Thank you for joining. Everybody is saying it's all ADHD. It's all ADHD. Miss Janice Davis Surgeon. Thank you for joining. Miss Marissa Parker says it is all ADHD. So did Auntie Julia and Miss Nadia and Miss Keen. And Let's see. Miss Lolita Hampton says, when did you post info on ODD? So the pinned post to the, when you go to my page, the pinned post is one with all the listings of topics of my previous lives, and ODD is on there. I think somebody told me, oh Lord, I don't want to say which date it was. Let me see. Hold on. I may be able to get it real quick. So, is anybody on here that can help me real quick? Tell me that date. I actually am going to be updating my, look in the week that, the week of the 17th of October was a Friday. Look in that week, there was an ODD day there. And the other day for ODD, I'm sorry, I did a full, oh, here we go. Opposition to defiant disorder was June 26th. And I'm wearing a yellow with blue jean sleeves. There you go. All right. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Let's see. Miss Tina says, I miss you. It's all ADHD, says Auntie. We've got Miss Tiffany Turner, my cousin. Thank you for watching. Miss Lolita Hampton says, are there different meds for ADHD versus ODD? Can you have ODD without ADHD? Miss Lolita, and I think, Miss Lolita, oh Lord, I can't see. I think you may be a doctor, I think. Are there different meds for ADHD versus ODD? So that's a loaded question. Oh my goodness, that's a loaded question. If you're truly, ADHD and ODD are closely intertwined. A large part of ODD is impulsivity. That's why the kids will say, I don't love you, you don't love me. That's why they tantrum, because they do things impulsively before they think about it. So if you treat the ADHD, then the ODD gets significantly better. However, I must let you know, Miss Lolita, that the treatment of choice for ODD is parent behavior training. Okay? But then if sometimes the kids are so irritable that you do need to give them a different medication to help with the irritability of ODD, right? So we just have to kind of see where the kid is. But primary treatment for ADHD is medication, depending upon the age and who's recommending it and the significance, right? Because if you're being called every day because your kid is swinging off the chandelier and they slapped everybody in the hall, like I had a kid last week, then, you know, we may be in a crunch and we don't really have time for therapy to work, because therapy needs time, right? But ODD, it is therapy. And then you said, can you have ODD without ADHD? You can, but usually when I see ODD, ADHD is hanging somewhere close by, but you can have one without the other. And by and large, most certainly you can have ADHD without ODD. But usually if I see the ODD stuff, then I also know that I probably need to look out for some ADHD as well. Let's see. Miss Janice says, representing today, Sora, I see you. Excellent info, excellent work. Thank you, darling, and thank you so much for watching. Yes, Mr. Quentin is still watching. Can adults also be diagnosed with ODD? You know, that's just not something we typically see in adulthood. The progression of ODD can be from oppositional defiant disorder to conduct disorder, and this is where kids are having more illegal behaviors, breaking more rules. So the kids with ODD, a lot of people would just say they're bad, right? They're defiant. They don't do as they're told. But when you get to conduct disorder, now you're doing stuff that probably could get you sent to jail, destroying other people's property, staying out past curfew, being cruel to animals, being cruel to people, being sexually inappropriate with folks. That stuff will get the law called on you. And then after that, you go over into antisocial personality disorder. And antisocial personality disorder has nothing to do with how long or how well you get along with people. It has more to do with, are you anti the social norms? Do you follow the rules of society, paying your bills, being a responsible parent, making sure your kids actually get to school, not hurting people's feelings, just unnecessarily, and then standing over them and spitting when you do so. That's the kind of thing that we were worried about. But ODD in adulthood, that person probably has a personality disorder, and we would feel very comfortable giving them a personality disorder instead of the oppositional defiant disorder. But they can certainly have those same symptoms, but that's just who you are now. That's your personality. Good question, though. Let's see. Okay, Miss Lolita says, I'm not a doctor. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Those are good questions. Mama says, hello, Dr. Brandy B. Hello, Mama. Hello. We've got Amber Melendrez. Thank you, girl. If y'all need some color for your nails, Amber has the color. I think it's called Color Street. I hope that's what it's called. And she will get your nails hooked up. Don't look at my nails, honey. I have not even taken the time to figure out how to do it. But I like to shout out people because, y'all, everybody is out here trying to make something happen. And, Amber does a good job with that. Miss Nadia still hanging in here. Let's see. Lolita Hampton says, parent behavioral training. Where is this offered? So, I'm sorry, y'all. I shook the camera. Most of your therapists are going to be able to do that. Most of your therapists who work with children. There are certainly everybody, right? So all therapists, all doctors, nothing is made alike. But any therapist who works with children is going to be very familiar with parent behavior training. There's about 3 different varieties of what that can be called, but that is, they would be able to do that, okay? Miss Marissa Parker, I may have missed this, but can an adult have ODD as well? I don't know if you heard my answer just now, but it is that, no, we typically don't diagnose adults with ODD, but we can diagnose them with antisocial personality disorder is what they would normally get if they are having symptoms such as that. We've got Dr. Erica watching. Hello. Thanks for answering that question. Absolutely, Miss Marissa. That's what we are here for. Absolutely. So you did hear my answer. Absolutely. Miss Amber says, thanks for the plug, girl. Yes, girl. One day my life is going to slow down and I'm going to get to do my nails. But y'all, these nails are super cool. So like people like me that have not been to the salon since March of 2020, it's really, Amber could do a much, girl, Amber, drop your link in the chat so these people can go get their nails done. Because listen, when you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, your mental health is better, right? So it's all related. Don't say, well, she's all off topic and over the place. I absolutely am not. When your mind is right, it starts on the inside, right? Your heart, your lungs, you got to keep all of that right. Have y'all not noticed that when you don't feel well, you're not right, you can't get going? And have you also noticed that if your mind is right, even when your body is weak, you can tell yourself to keep going. So mind over matter is real, but let's not be fooled. Sometimes the matter takes over the mind, and we got to go see somebody like Dr. Brandy B. So I thank y'all for being here. Let's see what Miss Nadia says. It's a long way. Oh, I got it to open. Here we go. Miss Crystal LaShonda, hello. Thank you for watching. Let's see what Miss Nadia Allen says. Miss Nadia says, my son falls in the first description that you said. So he's the inattentive presentation, predominantly inattentive. Will a person grow out of it by increasing the dosage or once he becomes an adult? So I'm assuming the dosage of medicine. I think that's what you might mean. So will a person grow out of it? Unfortunately, Miss Nadia, 50% of people do and 50% don't. That's about what most sources are going to say. So that means you just throw something up in the air. It might fall over there. It might fall over here. Just have to play it by ear. A lot of adults are walking around with ADHD and they have learned to compensate. Right? So if you know that you're a loud talker, being a librarian is probably not going to be the job for you. But I met a bus driver once, a long time ago. I was doing a summer program in med school, and we were taking the city bus. We had some high school students, National Youth Leadership Forum. And we were taking these high school students wherever we were going, and for whatever reason, we got on this bus. And the man, I didn't know anything about ADHD at that time because I didn't know I wanted to be a psychiatrist. And the man just starts yapping. And then he tells me he has ADHD, and he tells me that the bus is perfect for him because he sees people, he can talk, he can be as loud as he needs to. His feet are always moving. He can wave at the people over on the side of the road. And it was still familiar enough that he couldn't get off track and get distracted and have people out of Atlanta and over in Birmingham. So it was the consistency that he needed, but it still provided some variety every day because he could still move his feet and tap and hum. And, you know, as long as he keeps his eyes on the road and doesn't hit anything, he could keep a job. So people certainly do accommodate, and they learn to deal with it. The thing that scares me, Miss Nadia, though, is that most people are not dealing with it as well as they could be. I'm not a big fan of making kids suffer, or adults for that matter. And to be honest, there are a lot of adults suffering. And that's why I spend so much time over here with y'all and so many countless hours at work getting my parents to understand that ADHD is more than just an inconvenience. And I've talked before, y'all, about the reasons to treat ADHD. Go check out that video too. Let me try to give y'all a date for that. The reasons to treat, benefits of treating was July 31st. I had on a black top with a leopard head wrap. I was cute that day, y'all, too. You may want to go check that out. Just go check out the pin post. We're going to start talking about some of this again. These are excellent questions, y'all, which has actually prompted me to do my next presentation that I'm going to tell y'all about at the end of this. I'm so excited, y'all. And it's going to be at a price point that everybody can come to. We had such a good time at the conversation in December. And we'll talk about that at the end. But let me get to these questions. Miss Nadia, I hope that answered your question. So 50% will grow out of it. And a lot of parents will take the summer off to kind of test and see if their kid is going to still need medicine. I will tell you, with the inattentive type, these are the kids that tend to flunk out of school. So if your son is really bright, he may struggle in college, end up there 4 or 5 years, 6 years, instead of just doing it in 3 or 4 or however many years people do college. And I know what you say, hey, as long as he finishes, fine by me. But again, I don't like kids struggling unnecessarily. I don't want kids to struggle because it's just, it's just no need to struggle. And then you risk them getting into drugs, alcohol, sex, rock and roll, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, you get better and you figure out having a system, or there are still adults who are functioning as very professional people, but again, they're struggling. They're losing stuff. They're missing meetings. They're always running late. They cannot ever find anything. I mean, you know these people. These are the people that still have ADHD and either are not getting it treated or, you know, just in denial or whatever. All right. Hopefully that answers your question. Miss Lolita Hampton says, very informative. We'll definitely check out a therapist for further assistance. Absolutely. I've even got Miss Lolita it may be in the ODD meeting, but I talk about behavior charts and that kind of stuff. Very good. Is disruptive behavior disorder a real diagnosis? Disruptive behavior disorder. So ADHD and ODD are types of disruptive behavior disorder. So yes, it is a real diagnosis, but it's like saying car, that's disruptive behavior disorder, then saying Toyota, BMW, Jaguar, right? So ADHD and ODD are types of disruptive behavior disorders. Hope that makes sense. All right, let's see who else we got. Or is it the same as conduct disorder? So conduct disorder is a type of disruptive behavior disorder as well, Amber. Perfect. Let's see what else we got. For all your nail needs, we got Amazing Nails with Amber. Thanks again, Brandy Rudolph Bowling. Of course, girl. We got Coach Bird over here. Coach Bird is keeping me lean. Coach Bird, I'm sorry I have not been in workouts. Please, I'm coming. I promise, girl, I'm coming. Y'all, Coach Bird is got dope fitness, y'all. Don't beat me up, Coach Bird. Dope fitness. And if you need to get yourself together, you almost need to be like a football player to hang with Coach Bird. But Coach Bird is snatching waist in 30 days, and she has certainly got mine together. I'm going to be at my goal by May, Coach Bird. Go drop your information in the link. Again, when you feel good, when you look good, when your nails are good, your hair is good. Shout out to Keena Bailey for my hair. Then your mind is good, right? So y'all, please, I know we're in the middle of a pandemic and I know we're coming to the end, but make sure that you still keep yourself together, right? If you gain 30 pounds, start losing it now. That really does impact your mind, because if you can't take 3 steps and breathe, then eventually that's going to impact up here. So let's go on and start doing better. You know I love y'all. I don't want you breathing heavy trying to watch my show. Got it, says Amber. Thanks so much. You are so welcome, girl. Shaniqua says, I know you coming because if you don't, I'm walking to Birmingham. Please don't walk to Birmingham. Lord, when do I need to come again? I don't want you out there walking from Birmingham. But we do have a mask ordinance here, and in Texas, y'all don't. So I might not mind you coming to Birmingham to keep those babies safe. But go on and drop your link in the comments, Link Bird, so people can, Link Bird, Coach Bird, so people can find you. That's my sorry, y'all. All right. So that's all the questions. Any other questions, y'all? Okay, this is what I want y'all to do. You got some paper? Got some paper. First thing I want you to do, invite 10 friends to my page. 10 friends to my page. Can y'all do that for me? That's the first thing I want you to do. All right? Second thing I want you to do is go to, somebody put this in the chat for me, ADHDsuccess.com. ADHDsuccess.com. Somebody drop that in the chat for me. ADHDsuccess.com. Over there is a free video. A free video on the 7 tips to success in the classroom. Now, I know we're getting to the end of the school year, but we still have 9 weeks left at least, okay? 9 weeks left, depending upon when your school system started. ADHDsuccess. Y'all, I'm lying. It ain't .com. Type this again for me, y'all. Y'all got me excited. We talking about nails and hair, everything. ADHDsuccess.me. Right, correction. ADHDsuccess.me. Go over there, opt in, get your video, and then that keeps you in the loop for all the upcoming stuff for me. All right, ADHDsuccess.me. ADHDsuccess.me. Come on, y'all, write that again for me. ADHDsuccess.me. There you go, Miss Lolita. You got it. ADHDsuccess.me. All right, that's the second thing I want you to do. All right, first thing, invite 10 friends to my page. Second thing, ADHDsuccess.me. Third thing, somebody write this down for me. Invite 10 friends, ADHDsuccess.me. If you're on Clubhouse, Dr. Brandy B, go follow me. Dr. Brandy B, go follow me on Clubhouse. The fourth thing, I want to tell you about an upcoming event I have. Saturday, March 20th. Saturday, March 20th. Right? Saturday, March 20th, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. For $47, you're going to have small group access to me. Small group access to me. We're going to talk about ADHD. We're going to break it down, small group, intimate setting. Not this, small group, intimate setting with me. $47. Go ahead and write that down. It's called Conversation Q&A. Conversation Q&A, $47. Somebody put that in chat for me. Conversation Q&A, $47, March 20th. Conversation Q&A, March 20th. First 10 people to get in my inbox today in the next hour. That means I'm going to give you to 2 o'clock Central Standard Time to inbox me at Dr. Brandy B and say that you want to come to the Conversation Q&A. For you, it'll just be, instead of 47, how much you want to make it? Instead of 47, it will be, it'll be $37. $37. All right? You're going to be over there with me. I've carved out 2 hours, but we're going to stay there till we get your questions answered, whatever it is that you need. All right? Okay. So invite 10 friends to my page, ADHDsuccess.me, to get your free video. You're going to want the free video. It's about success in the classroom, 7 steps to success in the classroom. Follow me over on Clubhouse at Dr. Brandy B. If you don't have Clubhouse, it's a social media platform. You must have an iPhone to use it, and you must have an invitation. All right, everybody has an invitation to give, so just ask your friends, do you have an invitation? Because I want to follow Dr. Brandy B on Clubhouse. And then number 4 is the Conversation Q&A, March 20th, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for $47. All right, Miss Amber got it in there for me. Thank you. Let me go back and see. All right, I'm going to take out all those .coms because that's not going to get you anywhere. All right, let's see. All right, Miss Lolita says invite friends, Clubhouse, Dr. Brandy B. Lolita, small group. Man, that's basically free. I'm there. Absolutely, girl. It's basically free. Conversation Q&A. 47. Do you have availability to precept a nursing student? It's a little bit tricky these days because I'm virtual. And Miss Janice, the way that I precept, like for real, when you leave me, I try to make sure that you have everything that you need, because teaching is my first love. Y'all know I wanted to be a teacher first, and then I kind of fell into medicine, and then I fell into psychiatry. And so I take it very seriously when I teach people, because when they leave, they will go to the next stop, and somebody will say, well, who in the world taught you what you know? And when they say Dr. Brady Rudolph Bowling, people are going to say, oh, we know you know what you're doing. So at this time, it's just kind of tricky right now. We'll just have to see. But if you know somebody who's interested, just let me know. All right. So I said $37 if you're in there in by, what did I say? Did I say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock? By 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. That is a hard and fast cutoff. I'll have the link up. I just decided, y'all, I was going to do this Tuesday because so many people have questions about ADHD. And if nothing else, parents have realized that after teaching their kids, having them at home with them for the majority of this year or some parts, even now of this year, you get to hear firsthand what the teachers have been telling you all along. We're going to talk all about it. We'll spend about 30 to 40 minutes just kind of breaking down what ADHD is. But the purpose of that is for real Q&A. I won't come with any questions preformed. Because if you have questions, there will be a spot for you to send them to me, but it's just going to be me raw. And y'all know, if you've been following me, I could talk all day about any of a variety of topics with any of my 3 boards. All right. Anything else? And y'all, I got a reminder from Facebook today that today is the day I got my piece of paper in my hand where I got my board certification in pediatrics. So that was a good day. Blessings, Dr. B. Mr. Donnell coming in. We have been missing you. Thank you. Yes, I know someone says Janice. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Miss Teresa Davis, thank you for watching. All right, y'all. Is there anything else before I get out of here? You know, I love y'all so much. Y'all are so awesome to me. Don't forget, ADHD is neurodevelopmental, neurobehavioral. Don't forget, number 2, that ADHD, the basis, the cause is multifactorial. And don't forget that, thirdly, there are 3 types of ADHD. Will autism questions be accepted? Also, girl, yeah, girl, we will accept autism questions, girl. We will talk about whatever y'all want to. It is a Q&A, girl. We are going to talk about it. Just promise not to beat me up for not coming to work out, girl. Coach, did you drop? Yeah, I saw your link. Congratulations. Yes, yes. Hello, Auntie Eva from the Philadelphia area. Thank you for joining and being here like you always do. You know I love you all the way up there in the Eastern time zone. All right, y'all. Was this helpful today? I hope it was. I missed y'all last week. I was trying to get some family stuff together, y'all. It's a lot going on. But I have to stop and come see y'all. I missed y'all. And then I tried to get on Tuesday in the middle of the day and my camera wouldn't act right. It was a lot. Miss Lolita, where do we know each other from? I'm trying to see. Yes, as always. Oh, thank you, Coach Bird. You're so sweet. Miss Lolita, tell me where you know me from. All right, y'all. October the 20th. The conversation Q&A, you will want to purchase the conversation. Y'all thought it was good over here. The conversation was really good with graphics. You will be able to purchase that as a part of coming to the conversation Q&A. I reached out to you about info. Okay, cool. So you want to come with money to purchase that, y'all. Because it was very good. It was 4 hours of jam-packed just talking. It was awesome. All right, I'm going to get out of here because I said I wasn't going to hold y'all long, and we still ended up over here because I just love y'all so much. Who knew that 3 little bitty topics could come over into this? Listen, if y'all have questions, if your friends have questions, you know you got that one girlfriend and her child has ADHD and she has questions. Please tell her about the conversation Q&A. She needs to be there. Your brother needs to be there. Your son needs to be there. You are raising those grandkids. You need to be there. $47, y'all. $47 is all that you are going to spend, and we're going to be over there answering your questions, breaking it down, pulling up graphs, doing whatever it is that I got to get you to do so that I can see your baby in the boardroom and not in the courtroom. All right? That's what I'm trying to do. I like that. Get your baby in the boardroom and not in the courtroom. Because yes, these kids with ADHD, they do things impulsively, right? Including robbing folks, getting on drugs, dropping out of school. And it has nothing to do with your intellect. So you can really, literally be as smart as a whip and find yourself in trouble, y'all. I don't want that for your kids, and you don't want that either. Mr. Donnell says he is ready for some warm weather. Yes, bring it on. Miss Janet Young Barlow says, great discussion. Thank you. And thank you for coming. Miss Amber says, thank you. Y'all get your nails together. Miss Chandra Tarver, hello. We got Miss April Hinkle. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely spreading the word. Y'all, hopefully I'll have a flyer here soon. If you are a graphic design person, or if you know how to do landing pages, please slide into my DM because I need somebody to be able to do that for me. Definitely spreading the word, says Miss Lolita. Will that be on Clubhouse? Will what be on Clubhouse? No. Will the conversation Q&A? Oh, no, ma'am. That won't be on Clubhouse. That's just going to be us very intimately seeing each other and talking to each other. Kind of like in Clubhouse, but probably more like Zoom. Yeah, we won't do that on Clubhouse just yet. Although that is a really good idea. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I'm Dr. Brandy B, your triple board certified child and adolescent psychiatrist. Through my Facebook live streams, my book, y'all, is with the publisher, y'all, and the name of it, I love it. It is Shine, Understanding ADHD so your child can be a star. I may look into that, though, and see. So yes, so that's what I do. I help kids become stars so that they can shine. So the book will be coming out soon. It's going to be affordably priced as well. But I'm going to still be coming here to y'all every Friday to give you these quick bursts of information. Hey, Priscilla coming in. We missed you, girl. We missed you. We're done, honey. Where you been? All right, y'all be good. Please wear your masks. Don't rely on anybody else to tell you to do that. Wear your masks, get your vaccinations. We talked about vaccinations earlier in the year, and I'm talking about in particular the COVID vaccine. I wish my girlfriend, Dr. Nicole Cole, was on here. She's a breast specialist. Do not let people, dissuade you from getting the vaccine. Talking about inflammation and enlarged lymph nodes and such. When you get your mammogram, get your shot, get your mammogram. Your radiologists are smart enough to know what to do with that. So just keep yourself together, y'all. Your mental health is wealth, and I want y'all to be wealthy. I love y'all. I will see y'all next week, and then we will get ready for the conversation Q&A. Bye.